and welcome back to my channel. This is day 11 of me talking to the camera for 30 days. In today's video, I will be talking about something that has changed my life. For those of you who don't know what's going on, please go down below and check out day 1 for my goals for the purpose of this challenge. But to give a long story short, the purpose is for me to talk to the camera for 30 days to gain camera confidence. And I have been using this guide, which I have up on the screen, which kind of gives me different topics to talk about every day. And as I previously mentioned, today's video is I'm going to talk about a time or something that changed my life. And we will talk about, which I kind of mentioned in, I think it was day 4, where I talk about me. I kind of spoke about part of my life that changed me. So growing up, I've always gone to Catholic school because my mom, actually both my parents went to Catholic school, and that's just what I guess what my mom always knew. And so up until about the 5th grade, I was in Catholic school, and then so the Catholic school I attended, like the moment 5th grade happened, people started going off to public school for more opportunities such as sports, band. My school technically did have band, but they didn't have sports really other than like the YMCA sports. And my mom just wanted us to have, so my mom just kind of wanted us to keep us in the same classes. And so the kids I went to school with, I think a good handful of them did leave, so we were down to like maybe 10 kids. We started out with like 16 when I started that school in the 4th grade. And so by the time year 6 came around, they, the teacher was known for being not a nice woman. And my mom didn't know like how that was gonna go. And so she's like, all right, we'll try it. And as I previously mentioned in day 4, she just had unrealistic expectations that like by the time you hit 6th grade, you had to do everything in cursive. By the time you were in grade 6, you had to have been on top of your stuff. And I'm talking about like the example I gave in that video was when we came into school, we had 5 minutes to look at she had some, pretty much look at the board, see what books we needed to grab, have our warm-ups done, and have all our homework turned in within 10 minutes. And when you're 10 going on 11, I was a year younger than everybody else just due to late birthdays. That's very unrealistic, at least for me. I was always falling behind. I was always running late when it came to turning stuff in, and I also had an issue with putting my name on stuff because I would forget, but different story. And, and so she was always picking on me when I couldn't have all the tasks completed in a timely manner. And, even during classwork, I always felt like I was being called out because I couldn't keep up to her standards and I always felt behind. So about 4.5 weeks in, I was doing badly in school and generally I did really well. So my mom was like, what's going on? Because I kept telling her, do I have to go to school today? I don't want to, I don't want to go to school. And then mom's like, yo, what's up? And so I just kind of explained to her what was going on. And so she went to go talk with the school, and the school tried claiming I wasn't trying hard enough. And no, that wasn't the problem. I was being bullied by a teacher. So I went to, so my mom and I started looking in the area for different schools, and we couldn't settle on stuff that we liked. It was either, I don't know, all these schools seemed cultish, that were like the smaller ones. And my mom said, nope. So at this point we were down to sending me to public school or to send me to stay at the Catholic school. My dad said, hey, try her out at the public school. And they both thought that I wasn't going to do very well because public school is known for, troublemakers, bullying, etc. So went to public school, and that's when I met my middle school bestie, Elizabeth. And we clicked like first day. She had some at-home issues, and so kids were kind of picking on her. And because of that, I was getting picked on, and I did experience bullying during my middle school years. Again, no biggie. I do not condone bullying. But, so that's where I met all my friends. And it was just an experience where I actually opened up and didn't feel like, because back when I was in private school, I just felt like I was very to myself and I couldn't connect with the other kids. I felt like I was a bit more on the childish end than on the more mature spectrum of the kids in the class, and most of them it felt like they were more on the mature side. And so I couldn't really click with the kids. And as I mentioned in my video a few days ago, I was having a hard time dealing with feeling left out because I felt like that the kids were doing things without me outside of school, and I didn't really have like a dedicated friend in a Catholic school. It felt very lonely to me. But the moment I hit public school, like that's where I was meeting all these kids. You know, you had more opportunity to have friends, you meet them in classes. And yeah, it was nice to be able to meet people, and that's kind of what helped me open up to. I'm a very extroverted person for the most part. There are times where I just need to go back into my little shell and just like recharge. But it was, you know, it was a nice experience. During my 6th grade year, I was put in regular classes, and that's when my teachers realized I was actually ahead of the class. So for 7th and 8th grade, I was put in the honors classes. And speaking of the whole bullying thing, so I dealt with this one girl back when I was in 6th grade. So I'm trying to think of a filler name I could call her. I don't know, her last name was Smith, but we'll just call her Smith. So Smith came in mid-year, and she joined my reading class in the 6th grade. We were in the regular classes. Cool. Well, another kid in our class, which we'll name him by his last name, Jackson. So Smith and Jackson started showing interest in each other a couple months into her being in our class. And Jackson was like, hey, I think I like her. And Smith was like, yo, I think I like him. And they had a mutual liking, so I kind of got them set up. They went to go see the Hunger Games game back in like 2012. The Hunger Games movie back in 2012. And they went out for a little while. And then over that summer, that girl Smith started claiming I wanted her boyfriend. And she started causing all this drama, blowing up my phone, and saying I wanted her man. Which, spoiler, even now, I still wouldn't want that guy. She's no longer with him, obviously. And so then come the following year, there was a kid that was, his name was, I'll name him out, Noah. Noah was in that class, in that reading class with us, and so him and I were like really good friends back in 6th grade. Our parents clicked because they're from the New York area. And so when so then the following year we had no classes together, me and Noah, and we just kind of fell out of touch that year, no biggie. And so she became friends with him. And alright, cool, good for them. Then 8th grade rolls around. Me and this kid had like 3 classes. We were sitting next to each other because of our last names. Like, you know, we reconnected. We were besties that year. And Smith did not like hearing that I was friends with this kid again, Noah, because she was besties with him the year before and started causing us problems. And so both 7th and 8th grade, because of the whole, oh yeah, I didn't mention that in 7th grade too, she was also picking on me and my friends during gym time. And that went into the 8th grade, but specifically she was targeting me because of her whole bestie thing. I'm like, dude, you can keep him. You know, he's just a good friend dude. But I think now she's got 2 kids and married twice. So I've seen her around town, but I kind of keep to myself. Since I'll be moving, I won't have to see her. Thank God. But yeah, so that concludes my video of what changed my life. Sometimes you gotta take those leaps going from private school to public school, and sometimes you need the opposite. Sometimes you go from public school, and sometimes you need that smaller class, and you might do better in that. It honestly just depends on what your situation is. And, but yeah, so I will conclude today's video with that. I hope you guys liked today's video, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Please stay tuned.